And is this thing rolling? I'm not even sure. Yes, we are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. It's really, really fucking good to see you all sincerely. I've been not going to go into anything, but man, the last 3 or 4 days have been fairly crazy. You'll have to forgive me for looking a little bit tired and whatever else. But yeah, holy moly, it is very, very good to see all you guys. So instead of doing the typical introduction that I usually do on today's video, we're going to be checking out blah 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 blah. I'm actually just going to tell a little story. So about 5 months ago, I found myself in the back of my wife Emma's car. Love you, babe, if you're watching. Um, I was scrolling through Slam Worldwide, just seeing what was on, listening to some shit whilst I was just chilling while she was inside an Asda. Asda is basically the same as Walmart, as far as I'm aware. Walmart actually owns Asda, so late at night it was like it was kind of like a decent surrounding, so to speak. It could have been worse. And I came across a band called Dreadworm, um, with their debut single Fester. Well, it says Slam Worldwide exclusive. This was about 5 months ago. Um, I was like, okay, cool, let's see what's up. And within about 30 seconds, I was like, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by Dreadworm. They sound totally different from a lot of other shit that's getting uploaded on Slam Worldwide, and has been because I realized it's 5 months ago. Um, but it's still different than everything else. There's a lot of deathcore out there. There's a lot of black and deathcore out there at the moment, as you may have noticed. There's a lot of slam, like slam and deathcore seem to be. There's the new bands are dropping really really good music from those two genres like all the time. But Dreadworm sound different. It's hardcore slash sludge hardcore sludge, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck it actually like falls under, but to me it doesn't matter. I actually left. I literally just found this. I literally just noticed this like about 10 minutes after we went live. There's actually a comment from RDG Promotions, me, first. Also, this is fucking nasty, makes me feel uneasy. 5 months ago. So I think I was, it just happened to be on my phone scrolling about, and these guys, Slam Worldwide, just released it at that time. Um, and I stand by that evaluation. Their music is very, very. It's very slow. It's very unusual. It's very heavy. It's very, very brutal, and it really, really does unease you. It's some tremendously traumatic shit, and I absolutely love it. So I heard that. I then reached out to the band, ended up becoming buddies with Josh. Now, I'm really, really bad at remembering names and remember exactly what everyone does because I'm not used to actually having this many cool people to interact with. But I'm pretty sure Josh is the guitarist, and I think he does some of the songwriting or the producing, or possibly none, possibly all. But started speaking to Josh. He was telling me, we started chatting, swapping some stories, some shit back and forth. And and that basically takes us on to the present day. And yeah, they released their EP, and my computer broke, and it's been about 5 months since I've had my computer. So yeah, this is their and debut EP. Putrify. Going to be checking that out, and they've done something that I really like as well. They've put Fester and On My Six. That's their two songs that they've released so far. So we listen to both of them. I like that they're opening with Fester, and then it's a bunch of new tracks: Disloyal, The Predator, Sewer Rat, and Multiforms. There's also a music video for Multiforms as well, which I was thinking we could possibly go over to and look at as well. But I'm very excited about this. But one thing I like doing when it comes to this type of metal is this time line of work is if I see a band that I like and I hear a couple of good songs, I'll go and listen to everything they've done. And then when they release something new, I've got something to say about it. It's like, oh, they've added this, they've taken this away, they use the sound, blah 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 blah. You know how it is over here. But what is really uniquely exciting is when when I stumbled across Arbitrator, when I stumbled across the Head of the Traitor, when I stumbled across Red Lord, when I stumbled across like all these great bands. Very sorry for everyone that I missed as well. But please forgive me. Um, Um, it's really exciting because you don't have anything to go back on. It's just like, oh, so this is their first shit. Okay, cool. I'm going to hear the 4 completely new songs, not heard any of them, and it's like I can't go into a back catalog or anything. It's like, all right, cool. So that's very, very exciting. Let me actually set up this window at the same time. Fucking hell, Jesus. Oy. I might just be too intoxicated for this. No, I'm not. Back is still fucking killing me, and I've had plenty of terrible remedies. So it's been possibly too many, but okie dokie. Right, well that's okay. That's definitely working. Yeah, one thing I'll say before we go, before we actually listen to it as well, is that I actually did watch a live set by these guys, but it was a while back. My memory's really really bad, and the only thing I remember, well, the main thing I remembered some of the other songs that they played. The quality was okay on it; like you could make it out. It wasn't just like a blur of just noise, like some of those, like those really really shitty iPhone cameras where it's like squint and it's like zoomed out a wee bit and it just sounds like someone hitting pots and pans. Like it's just the stop taking videos like that at gigs. There's no reason to stop doing it. Yeah, so the thing I mostly remember is a really, really cool part of a song, and I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm very sure it's going to pop up. So that's one bit that I'm actually really interested in hearing. So there might be some parts of the album that jump out to me a wee bit because like it's kind of like unlocked a core memory, you know what I mean? Like, because like I said, I have heard it live, but you know what I mean? My memory isn't the best. You guys know this by now. I was fucking about with my fucking sound settings on my PC, and I ended up like it kind of feels like I've hacked my headphones that I heard to get held together by duct tape. By the way, it's kind of like I don't know. They just started getting louder, and like the quality started getting better, which was really really cool. So, okay. Anyway, surely get this a little bit bigger. Cool. Okie dokie, guys. So, Dreadworm Putrify official EP, and we're going to be starting off with the song that got me into these guys first, and then yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Move that over there a little bit.
The inhuman spirit tricked you. You gave it permission to infest your lives.
What's an inhuman spirit?
It's something that's never walked the earth in human form. It's something demonic.
So in about 30 seconds, it's like just snaps your attention immediately. There's some vocals coming up, which like are really, really well done. Those ones. And then the fucking groove is like, man, it's just so far from deathcore. I say that as a good thing, you know what I mean? Like it fucking stands out, you can't deny it. I mean, this is not Lorna Shore. That's very dark stuff as well, isn't it? I've got a suspicion that they might do that hardcore like thing that those boys do when they all do vocals, I think. And that's one really talented vocalist if he's doing everything there. But I've got a feeling that hardcore bands do tend to do that. Right. On my 6. And that sounds like Queens of the Stone Age as well. So I've listened to these tracks a few times. Bass in that's really nice. It's got that. And then just launches straight into that completely different vibe, like a different beat. Like these boys are fucking wild. Tracks coming up. Okay, right, let's fucking go. Fucking creepy and imposing. What an odd place to put like a groove section just after. No, it sounds kind of like so good. And now I've got you in my grasp. You ain't going nowhere. And as soon as you realize that I'm superior, you'll go weak to your knees. Now I got you in my grasp. You ain't going nowhere. That was nice. Alright, sorry. I just want to say something for like a few seconds because that was like that was a new track. I need to ask the vocalist or vocalists some questions. Like some of those maneuvers are pretty insane. Not heard some shit like that before. And the song is just like it's the thing is with these guys that I need to listen to them a couple of times because the songs are so unconventional. Like they really you literally have no idea what's going to happen next. It really is very 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 hardcore in that respect. Is that there's just kind of like the fucking beginnings and the middle and fucking like all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's no kind of chorus, verse, chorus, outro. Like there's none of refrain. There's none of that shit. Um, so yeah, I'll listen to it a few more times and pick out the parts that I really like. Though I did like that bit that kind of slowed down in a kind of like death metal groove. that was really really tight, really really tight. Yeah, let's go. The Predator. Oh, oh, that's good. Ooh. Ooh, I think we're gonna go first. It's hard to tell though. So. Well, that's filthy. Where the fuck did this come from? Holy shit! There's that slap bass there as well. It sounds so good. Section here for the bass was the part that I was looking for. That's my favourite song by Dreadworm so far, without a shadow of a doubt. No disrespect to all the other ones, all great, all like what, 4 of them, 5, 4? I'm not even sure. That's the best thing they've done so far. Someone's gonna have to be very, very good to top that. This album is sounding fucking ridiculous. The thing is as well is that like if Fester and On My Six had been new to me, it would have had like a bigger kind of effect. But like I have heard those songs like quite a bit. I still like them, but like I've heard them a lot, you know. So I imagine by this point you would be feeling like well and truly unnerved. But that the Predator, man, that's groovy, it's heavy, it's funky, it sounds a little bit like Black Tongue in places, very small places, but like just with a kind of, I don't know, I'll need to isolate the bit and play it at some point, but yeah, just kind of just, I don't know, very imposing kind of foreboding vibes. I just, yeah, loved it, loved the vocals, loved it. Loved it. That's a really, really fucking good song. Okay, right, let's crack on. Sewer Brand. Okay, let's go. nice. Oh shit. You wouldn't think they could do stuff that they'd just done on that last track and like be like kind of slow and sludgy and almost doom-esque. Like this is like pure hardcore, you know what I mean? But the vocals are like much harsher than normal hardcore. Ooh. Oh, I like that. What the fuck is gonna happen now? Oh, holy shit. Never feed the rat. Jesus Christ. Fucking, it was like all uneven at the beginning, like everything was kind of tripping up over itself, but still like it was like chaotic but and like messy, but it worked type thing. And then there was that breakdown, there was that groove, there was just the so good, man, so good, honestly. Might have to go and listen to that one again actually, but okay, right, anyway. The last Multiforms, last track from this EP. The only thing I'm actually gutted about now is that this is already the end. I need like another 5-6 tracks of this. Let's go, Multiforms. Oh. Oh shit. I guess I'll do it, don't worry. thought I'd dress up, get my nails done, you know. Love that guitar sound thing that goes up. I don't know how they do it, but it's a good. I like it. Look at that bass just thumping away in the background. Oh, okay. That was the most death metal-y bit of the whole thing. Then it goes straight back into that filthy, like. We'll come back to that in a second. This is filthy. We're going to go back just a second. That was an ooh. That was a beat down. That was a bark. That was a bark and a bass drop just at the end there. I just had to mention that. Okay, Dreadworm Putrify official EP, Some Worldwide, so on and so forth. I gotta get a drink of water. Don't go anywhere, because the reason I didn't bring a drink of water is because I'm an amateur. So please don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Jesus. Have you ever seen such a fucking rank amateur in all your life? Holy fuck. Okay. Dreadworm Putrify. There's a fair bit of anxiety as well. I didn't mention this before, but there's a fair bit of anxiety. I'm gonna scroll this down a little bit because it's making me look really small. My back's kind of hurting. I need to also Velvet Booth. There's a fair bit of anxiety that goes into listening to an EP, especially listening to like back-to-back new tracks, because sometimes a band basically just like shoot their load right at the very beginning of their career, you know what I mean? Like that's just it. They play a couple of good songs, like, you know, couple of good things, and then the albums don't really go anywhere and they're not that good. So like sometimes when I'm set up to do a reaction video and I've liked like two songs by theirs and I'm like, close with the band, there is a little part of me that's thinking, God, what if I just don't like this? What if I, what if I just think this legitimately sucks? Um, so that went away really quickly. There were some mind blowing moments. Mind blowing. Yeah, there was just, yeah, maybe that's overstating it slightly, but there were some very, very powerful moments and some very, very interesting vibes channeled with that EP that we just listened to there. So the first thing I want to say is that that doesn't fit into any kind of traditional bracket, right? It's not deathcore, so that makes it different than so many other things out there already because there's a lot of deathcore. That's not me shitting on deathcore. I fucking love deathcore. All right, don't worry about that. As I love all music from this genre, but deathcore, special place in my heart, and there's a lot of bands out there. But Dreadworm are not deathcore. Dreadworm are not a black metal band. They're not just they're not a beatdown band. They're not, no face, no case. They're not black metal. They're not death metal. They're not slam. You can kind of say that they've got some hardcore influences, especially with the actual structure of the song, a lot of the drumming. But the thing that I like about these guys is that they take kind of like it's almost like they've made their own vocal style. Like it's kind of like echoey, and it's like sometimes it sounds like there's tunnel throats, other times it sounds like it's just distorted shouting. It comes in at weird times, like it's I wouldn't they're harsher vocals, but basically what I'm trying to say is that they do hardcore sections, but they do much harsher vocals than you would hear in kind of like traditional hardcore, and then stuff like Knocked Loose and all that type of shit. So it keeps it very, very fresh. And the sludgy kind of like slower side of them, because there was a couple that I've got a lot to say, like strap in, because I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed that album. But I want to actually get to everything that I actually liked about it. The slower kind of sludgy, and I don't really know too much about sludge metal, but I know a couple of people that are in the same line of work as me. They go mad on quite a lot of sludge bands. So if anyone's got any suggestions, by the way, please, if anyone likes you, blah 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 blah, I'm not particularly bored if you do or you're not. They just enjoy, watch the video and enjoy. But if you do fancy doing something else, leave a comment, talk to someone in the comments, talk to me. You know what I mean? Like maybe ask the band something because they'll probably be um, floating around because, like I said, I am, I consider Josh like, to be an actual friend. If he came to this country, I would let him, come and stay at my place. And I would hope he would reciprocate. He's a good dude. Same with the rest of the band as well. I'm just not very good at like getting around everybody. I can't even remember how I got onto that. I might have been in the middle of a thought there, so I'm quite intoxicated, but I got plenty to get through. The that groove section with the bass in Predator. Yeah, let's actually just talk about right. Let's just talk about the Predator. Um, the Predator was one of the coolest songs I've heard for a really, really long time. That outro section with the bass, kind of like the slower groove section. The I love that song. I really, really love that song. And it, yeah, for various different reasons, which I'll probably get into. I mean, like listening to the song again would probably be yeah. That's too excessive. I can't simp that much. That's way too excessive. But the part that I heard live was with the bass at the end of Predator. Well, the last like I think it was like half or something. It's kind of I'm not looking at the time constantly when I'm checking new shit out. I'm just trying to like actually just like enjoy it in the moment. But that whole section was just amazing. It conjured up all types of different vibes, all types of different like soundscapes. It made a very very it just you're either uneasy or you're kind of like getting like dragged by your balls. You know what I mean, through some kind of hardcore section, or you're appreciating some really really filthy vocals, or it's going super slow, and then you can imagine being in a circle pit because some of the hardcore bits are actually bouncy. It's not like so it's not like the hardcore only comes from the kind of weird structure and stuff. Some of it's upbeat, but then some of it sounds like a bad acid trip. If you down tuned a bad acid trip, if that makes sense, you know what I mean, or Like the contrast between the two, the dynamics between the two is quite incredible, and one complements the other as well. Um, and I do just, and also that very very creative breakdown that they did in, so bad with names, I'm such a douche. Hold on, sorry. Sewer Rat. I'm not sure if it was like scrapes with plectrum or something. That's playing a violin. Don't know what I'm doing there, but that came out of absolutely nowhere, and it was just kind of showed diversity. I was like, what the fuck? Like there was so many times during it, I was like, I have no idea what's going to happen next at all. Mm. I'm deeply, deeply impressed. I hate to repeat myself, but there's just nothing else that sounds like that. Like nothing else that sounds like that at all. Um, there are um, intoxicating mix up of various different types of metal, but but it's the way they're put together that actually makes Dreadworm shine, in my opinion. And it's also just the fact that these guys are just starting out. Yeah, it's just fuck knows what they've got written. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it could go in any direction they want. Those guys could start doing black metal stuff, and it would be totally fine because the shrieks would go with that. You know what I mean? Like they could start throwing in black metal. You know what I mean? They could show it. They could throw in some symphonics if they wanted to. You know what I mean? Like they would go with that as well. You know, or they could get really heavy. Could go down the kind of like, you know, they could go like the full kind of like, you know, sludge way on their next release. Who knows? You know, because you know, if you've got like a recording studio and you're like a young band and shit like that, you know what I mean? And you're thinking, you know, there's a chance, you know, we could like, you know, release some shit from our bedroom and stuff like that, you know, and then go like, you know, start going on tour and stuff. What would be a good style of music to try and do? I would say black and deathcore. If I was your manager, I'd be like, play black and deathcore, you know what I mean? Or deathcore, or beatdown, or, you know, slam or something like that, you know what I mean? But like, these guys have clearly gone, no, we're just going to do our thing. We're just going to go and do hardcore stuff with vocals that shouldn't really work, but they do. The production is going to be completely different. There's going to be kind of like what I could, you know, there's going to be death metal in it. The vocals are going to be absolutely filthy. It's going to go fast and slow. It's going to unsettle you. It's going to, you know, like just they just decided to just do something completely different, and that's really really fucking cool because it's difficult to stand out in an already really really extreme genre of music. You know what I mean? The whole kind of like extreme metal universe, whatever is and isn't, you know, extreme metal. Um, I did have one major criticism. Well, it's not a major criticism, but it does stand out for me. And I've been beating this drum for a wee while now. So if anyone's getting fed up with it, too bad. I'm just going to continue to say it. The bass sounded great. The actual sound of it sounded really really good, but at certain times I just couldn't hear it. Now that might be my shitty headphones. It might be the settings on my PC. I don't know, but just these are kind of like like an average pair of headphones, and this is kind of like an average PC. So it means that a lot of people will get the same listening experience as me, or it could just be the fact that I'm going deaf. There was places where the bass sounded really, really nice. It cut through, but then there was other times when it kind of just faded into the background. So I don't know if that's how it's being played. I don't know if it's a case of bringing it forward in the mix or turning it up or maybe doing a combination of the two. But that was something that I felt was missing. There were some parts where you could hear the bass in the background, but it was being like, yeah, I would say it needs to be turned up. I think but I think that's what I would do. But then again, I, I'm not a music producer, you know what I mean? So, and the band, you know, maybe they just think the bass is like, you know, is that, you know, and I'm not saying it isn't. It's more just like, you know, an opinion. Um, the variety in the bass playing was really, really good, and that's why I say that I would have just liked to hear a little bit more of it. There was certain sections where it was just, yeah, I couldn't quite hear what was going on. Um, so that would have potentially been, you know, um, an improvement, maybe a criticism that I would say. But it didn't like hamper the enjoyment of that EP. I cannot speak highly enough about the Predator. Like literally, that was absolutely insane. And I've still got to go and check out the music video actually, but I might do that privately. But yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, that was deeply, deeply satisfying, and really, really impressive. I'm super, super stoked for the Dreadworm boys. They yeah, they hit the nail on the head with that. And yeah, I was gonna say more of the same, my dudes. You know, if you're listening, if you're out there, more of the same. Um, if you wouldn't mind, that's me asking. I don't know what anyone else wants, but just keep doing what you're doing. If you can even put a name on it, just keep making sounds. And yeah, just keep doing that because that was fucking awesome. So one more time, uh, Dreadworm debut EP, um, Putrify. When was it actually released? March 24th, and I'm only just hearing it now, just because I'm so far behind. Yeah, once this video is finished, and yeah, I'm going to become one of those people. Actually, I very much apologize if you never come back to the channel. That's too bad, but trying to the way I see it is that I'm trying to build this platform. If this platform gets bigger, I can shine a better light. So instead of going Dreadworm, like I don't know, like what 50, 100 views that this video is going to get, we could give Dreadworm like 3,000, or even like 500, 600 would be really, really cool. That's what I would actually like to do is if the channel gets bigger. So if you like what I do, by subscribing, you're not putting money in my pocket because these videos aren't monetized. I'm not making any money. But if you subscribe and leave a comment for the algorithm and shit, it'll shine. It just means that we can all shine a bigger light on these bands that are just starting out. So hit the bell for notifications, do all that type of shit. But understand, I'm not doing it just to line my pockets. I'm not making any money. Just want to help these bands as much as possible. So yeah, and definitely let me know what you guys think as well. Like for real, like you know, be detailed if you want to. Let me know what tracks you let me know what tracks you dug. But yeah, go yeah. Once this video's finished, go check that shit out. Like it, share it, turn your speakers, blast it out the window on a summer's day, so on and so forth. And yeah, don't forget to give the band a follow as well, and just do whatever you can to show these guys your love and support, so we can get some more. Holy shit! I gotta start learning how to sip my water. You know what I mean? Instead of just waiting until I'm almost drowning. Go check that out. Follow the band. Do all that type of shit. Leave them a comment, letting them know how much of a good job they're doing. I am so happy. I'm gonna go listen to that again. Um, Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Always a pleasure. One more time, Putrify EP stream by Dreadworm. Go check that shit out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.